What's up, YouTube? Check out this bad boy. What we're looking at today is a 2018 Polaris 1000 Turbo. The Rzr XP does have electronic power steering, but the special thing about this one is it has been outfitted with the Dynamix active suspension. And let me get down in here so you guys can see that. What the Dynamix does, we'll go ahead and walk around and I'll show you. Go ahead and get that part out of the way. Now, I'm not going to say I'm a pro with the Dynamix system because it is new. Oh, if I can get in here. Come on, fat boy. Okay. Now, what the Dynamix system does, you can see right here, it continuously monitors what's going on with your suspension at all times. I know I got a lot of glare, I'm sorry, but it senses what your suspension is doing hundreds of times a second, according to Polaris. And you can actually see how it's set right here, that little dot here in the middle. That's like a G meter. If you go around a corner, it will actually move and it'll show you where your center of balance is shifting. The green line that's a little offset is actually your steering wheel. You can see I moved it just a little bit and you can see it tells you where your steering angle is hiding. When you give it throttle, it reads that as well, and it continuously meters what the suspension is trying to cope with. The reason it's set all the way to 10 right now is because I had it set to firm. You set it to sport mode and it changes there, and then you can go to comfort, and I literally felt the pressure on the shocks lower just slightly. It's very, very hard to notice it, but I did notice it. But still pretty cool. It also senses every time you apply the brakes. See how it changed? It prevents the nose from diving. If you've ever driven a side-by-side like a Polaris 1000 Turbo, if you gouge on the gas very hard, okay, watch what the suspension does. It added stiffness to the rear suspension so you can transfer more power to the ground. You're not losing it in body flex. Just the same, if you corner very hard, it will supply more tension to the outside so you have more stability going around corners. And it even senses whenever you counter steer. Okay? So when you push the brakes, instead of having a nosedive, it automatically meters. See how things are changing as I turn the wheel? So it's a big aid in ride stability. And I think that is an awesome thing that Polaris has done. But I ain't gonna pretend like I know every bit of it, because I don't. But it's still a really cool thing to have that's available now. And I believe they offer it exclusively on the double overhead cam turbo model. But I could be wrong. You'd have to check with your local dealer and see how things go from there. Speaking of a local dealer, I wouldn't be able to do this video if it wasn't for the good people of pioneermotorcycles.com. And I will have a link if you want to check them out. They'll be able to tell you everything you need to know about this. I'll leave a link in my description down below. And I'd really appreciate if you guys check them out. But walking around the back, it's your typical Rzr goodies. It's got LED tail lights, which we'll probably try to kick them on here in just a minute. It's got a small tow hook there. Suspension is wicked on these things. Let's walk around the back. You got your air cleaners up here on the side. It's actually right here. If you look up inside here, try to creep my camera around a little bit, you can actually see the turbo. It's a little hard to get a good shot of it, but a little bit of a snail hanging down up there. From the factory, there's nothing been done to this. I do know that you can get the cab kits for it. You can get full door kits, windshields, back windows. You can get speakers that go inside the doors. Just a couple of little add-ons that you can do. This one, the tires are let me see if I can. They are Maxxis Bighorns, and the fronts are 29 by 9 14s, and the rears are Maxxis Bighorns, and they are 29 by 11 14. But this one here, it's brand new for 2018. This thing is awesome. Awesome. Another thing I noticed is they have what they call a T-trail system right here. Instead of having, like, if you're a shorter stature, you don't want your seat belt strapped over your face, okay? You can pull this to you and you can slide these down, okay? It's hard to do it with one hand, but you can slide it to you and slide it down, and you can actually adjust where the seat belt rides. So it's a little added comfort. And it is called T-Trail. It's cool how they put instructions. But this one, as it is outfitted right now, it sits at $25,999. For $300 more, you can get a roof, and for another $300, you can get a windshield. Starting out, that's like the lowest tier windshield, I believe. But yeah, these things are pretty awesome. I did notice one thing that I hadn't seen on these before, and I'm probably sure it's always been there. I just probably overlooked it. But on the front grille, they got these little tabs, and you can actually bring that grille completely off. That way you can clean up in here and do all of that. And then replacing it is as easy as lining that little tab up right there. Push it in till she clicks, and you're done. Another little goodie this thing has, I love them LED headlights. Them things are awesome. We'll look at them when they're on here in just a second. I didn't mention it when I was back here, I just thought about it, but this model actually comes with a backup camera. So that's pretty awesome. But let's see how this bad boy sounds. That's the most important part, right? All right. I want to show you all that that camera as well. I meant to go over a few other things on the heads-up display. See, we've got this set right now. It's got the front. It's already metered it for stopping, and it's because I have my foot on the brake. I pulled my foot off the brake and it changed. That's a cool little feature. I like that. All right, rear backup camera. You can press here, and it's got a radio. You can also sync your phone and a bunch of other little things. It's got a onboard GPS, which a feature that the GPS offers, say you have one of these and one of your friends have one of these, you can actually link to your friend's GPS. So if you guys are trail riding somewhere or something like that, you'll never lose each other. You can actually find one another should you get separated. Now, that's another cool little thing. And you can sync your phone to it. It has a backup camera on this model, but it's just the backup camera. It has the option for a front camera, but this one doesn't have it. That's an add-on that you can get later. And the touch screen is so sensitive. It's not too sensitive, but you don't have to push very hard at all. Like, you can reach all the other menus. You can just barely tap it. I mean, it's easier to use than my phone. So that's pretty cool. But let's go ahead and fire this bad boy up. And there's a few different kinds of heads-up displays that you can use. You have that one. And then you have like your regular gauge look. It's got your tach and your speedometer. Down here, you have a storage compartment. Okay. With a USB port. And on here, you can actually flip this up, and there's room for an additional GPS should you feel like you need one, which probably isn't a bad idea. Get on out of here. We'll walk around to the back so you can hear it. Look at them tail lights. Babies are bright. Let's check out them headlights. Oh yeah. Thing looks mean. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you liked the video. If you did, please feel free to leave me a comment if you want me to hit on some other things in future videos. If you liked it, hit that like button. It's down there somewhere. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see some more. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take this bad boy back now. Y'all have a good day.